Bay Area, I'm coming to San Jose February 28th, and then San Francisco March 6th through the 9th. I'm doing 5 different shows. I would love to see you there. You can get tickets at fumiabe.com.
I remember my late 20s were hard because all my friends were making way more money than me. They were buying houses in LA. They were getting married, which is an expensive thing, having children, an expensive thing. And I was living in a studio in West LA and not making a lot of money. And I always felt very bad. Like I was making less than them. So what does that mean for me? Whatever. But then I really did play this game in my head and be like, would you trade places with any of these people? And the answer was always no, baby.
Welcome to Cash Cuties, everybody's favorite super personal finance, where we talk about money and emotions and really get into why Steve Buscemi is the way he is. I'm your host, Fumi Abe.
And I'm Steffie Baik. I mean, I feel like we don't ever talk about emotions. We actually do the complete opposite. We talk extremely logically.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
It's all emotions. No facts. It's no facts, all emotions.
Oh my God. It's so dead here.
Stick to the script.
If you're listening on your Apple Pod app, please leave a review, hit follow on Spotify, and sub to our YouTube channel for the video version of this podcast. All the links are available in the episode description below.
Shout out to our Dono Daddies. These are people who give us money on Patreon. If you want to get on this, go to patreon.com/cashcutiespod. This week we have 2 very generous Dono Daddies. Eric G, $20. Thank you so much.
And Gianna, a Dono Mama.
Dono Mama.
With $20?
$40. Nobu, hello. Can we make a reservation for 2? We've made it. We're going to quit the pod.
I'd like half of an uni, please. Yeah.
My God, thank you so much. And if you want to get a shout out on the podcast and get access to bonus episodes, go to patreon.com/cashcutiespod. Yeah. We'll begin today with you, Steffskis. What's going on?
So I've been going on these dreadful dates, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my head up. I went on this one date with this guy who I think I'm just so picky off the jump. Like I'll go on a date and then I'll like find things like really intensely that I find annoying. And I was like, no, I can't do that this time around. I made him come to my neighborhood to make it easy on me. That's what my girlfriends told me to do.
Okay.
So I don't get jaded by the experience.
Right.
And immediately I was like, okay, let's go into this. I asked him all the good questions that I needed to. But by the end of the date, I was still horny and I want
shouts.
He was really close. No, for reals, dude. Sometimes a girl's got to do what she's got to do. And what I did as a cash cutie was...
You did it as a cash cutie? Okay, yeah.
I was like... I asked him what his FICO score was. I was like, "What? Do you know what your credit score is?" And he was like, "No, I don't." Which I was like, "What the fuck? How do you, as a 40-something-year-old man, not know what your credit score is?" A lot of people don't know. I made him... Really?
I don't check.
Do you know what yours is?
No. I know like where it is around.
Where is it, Fumi? Where is it around?
Where?
I know it's not 800 because I've never had loans.
Wait, can I say something?
Yes.
What's the highest score?
850.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's either 840 or 850. I'm pretty sure it's 850.
Okay. And yours is like the high? It's high 80s.
Mine's at 830 and 820.
That's good.
I think mine's like 780 or something. But I've literally never owed money to anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I want people to come out in the DMs. If Fumi owes you money, let's fact check this. You know what? That's a bold statement, Fumi. That's a bold statement.
No,
I don't owe money to no one.
You know, people owe
not
me
the government, not your family,
people owe
not
me
a friend.
There's got to be a credit card. There's got to be a debt somewhere.
There's someone.
I'm
come
debt
out.
free, baby.
No. Come out.
Free.
Does he owe you any money? Have you guys gone to eat and you ever feel like it wasn't fair?
We've never gone out to eat. Well, we have, but I was like...
That is a lie.
Why would you do that?
We have gone out to eat in Canada. We went to Barney's Beanery the other day, motherfucker.
No, we hung out the other day.
We went to and something I don't want out in public.
Was it half?
We all shared it, and I don't want this out in public, but we did go to Barney's Beanery recently. It's not a place I frequent. But we did go to Barney's Beanery.
That's a little weird. That's like a Gen Z place.
Okay, but we weren't... Well, I'll talk about this later. Finish your story. So you asked him for the FICO score.
So you got horny.
You got horny.
And you got horny with
and then
finances.
I asked him for the FICO score. He said he never checked. And I was like, ugh, red flag there.
Yeah.
Another one. And then he actually immediately took his phone out. I didn't even ask him to do this. He just started looking it up.
Okay.
I feel like on a first date, you can really get a guy to do whatever. Like, whatever. So he like downloaded Credit Karma. He immediately checked, and they're both above 800. So like immediately made out with him. I was like,
great. That's great. That's
no,
great.
right? Don't you think that's
Steffi,
hot?
this
Yeah,
is a great
it is
commercial for people to not have debt in America.
This is a commercial for Credit Karma.
Because I think they're not doing well financially, right? They're dropping mint, so yeah.
This is the new Axe commercial.
Yeah.
It's just in
Oh my
Credit Karma
God.
version.
But it is truly very attractive.
Isn't it?
And it's almost attractive that he didn't know it because he's probably so on top of it that he doesn't have
Oh
to
my
worry
God.
Yeah.
about it.
Is this like that Justin
Exactly.
Bieber song, like, what makes you so beautiful is you don't know how beautiful you are?
I have no
except
idea what you're
it's-
talking about.
You know what I'm
I have
talking about?
no idea.
Justin
No.
Bieber song?
Can you sing it to us? He his taste in music is very like it's interesting. He listens to like country
me.
music. Did you know that?
Excuse me.
Oh, you do?
And Taylor
Some.
and Taylor
Some.
Swift.
Some.
I feel like you have current taste. Like your taste is is that false?
No, it's true. Like Barney's Beanery.
What?
That's
Hold on a second.
very true.
This is not a roast fest. This is my
Yes, it is.
podcast
When
cast.
Raspberry's a guest.
Who the hell is she? Okay. No.
Are you for real?
Are you kidding me?
You know what?
Miss
Tell him who
Leslie
I am.
Liao-
Tell him who
Miss
I am.
Leslie Liao, I was so excited to have you on.
Who the
I'm
fuck
a-
is this?
I'm a
is that how you
huge
talk to
fan.
his guests?
No.
Is that how you talk to your guests?
I feel
Who
like
the
you're
fuck
getting
is
way
this?
too comfortable.
Yeah, you're getting way too
You're
comfortable.
fucking disrespectful
You're right,
right
And
you're
I
now.
was
right.
trying to give you a
apologize.
compliment about your taste. I think.
Okay, I was getting insecure and I felt like I was getting attacked. Should we attack this
What
person? Should we not attack?
Should we
Should we introduce this person?
Oh yeah, we haven't even done that. Yes, of
haven't even
course.
done
But she doesn't
that.
need an introduction. That's why.
She really
People
doesn't.
know who this
No,
is.
People know who she is.
No,
People don't
properly
know.
introduce me and don't attack me.
People don't know us.
People are watching Cash
Yeah.
like, who are these two hooligans? Who are Leslie Liao and Co? Who the
Yeah,
fuck?
exactly.
Yes, we'll introduce our guest today, and we'll get going. Our guest today, very good friend of mine, despite what you may have heard in the last 5 minutes. Very good friend of mine.
You don't treat her like
Um,
that, by the way. A good friend. But I'm just letting you know. But
I treat her
anyways,
well.
let's go back.
Okay, well, listen. Let me introduce
We'll
her.
talk about it.
Let me hype her up. Let me boost her up. Okay. Let me
Okay.
boost her up. Our
All
guest today.
Let's go.
She's on tour right now. Stand-up comedian. She's got like a little mini Netflix special on Netflix, which is pretty cool. I don't think we've had any guest who's been on Netflix like that. Honestly, I'm calling it right now. She's the next Ali Wong, y'all. That's for real.
Wow.
That is for real. You know her, you love her. It's Leslie Liao, everybody.
It's me. Thank you for being nice, Fumi.
You're welcome.
And I think you said this to me, Fumi. I think you said this to me at Irvine when we did Irvine show together. Fumi was like, I think you. But if I'm wrong, you can yell at me and attack me. I think you were like, let me be your Sheng Wang.
Yes, I did say that because Shang Wang opens for Ali
In
Wong.
regards to Ali Wong, like we're the next Shang and Ali.
You have to grow your hair out.
let's
You
go.
have to grow
I gotta
your hair
grow my
out.
hair out.
You gotta
I gotta
grow
bring
it out.
hot
Pick up
tea
a
on
little more
stage.
cool vibes.
Yeah, I gotta be way
Get a little bit more
more
slow,
chill,
more
way more
grounded,
chill.
more chill.
Yes.
Less
yes.
of these collared shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this too uptight?
More. What does he wear? Like Rolling Stones t-shirts, kind
He's
of like
not
he
even
dresses like
necessarily
a.
a hippie. I don't know. He's
I
more
don't
like a
think so.
sage. He's like a comedy sage.
like
Yeah.
talks with the day by
But he
voice.
truly maybe like doesn't care in the most truest cool way. Just like doesn't care.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, he's a little zaddy for sure.
You like the long hair.
Yeah, but also Ali Wong is. So
Yeah.
A
But
female zaddy.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
like
yeah.
that
Mammy.
he's been her dude for like a long time. I think he's been opening her for like forever.
Fumi's trying to apply for my Sheng Wang position.
Yeah, I'm
What does
submitting.
I'm
it take?
considering other people.
Yeah.
And I'm considering other people.
Wait,
But
who are the
Fumi's a
other-
front runner.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Does
Who?
he suck your ass hard enough?
Do I suck
Fumi?
her ass?
What
do
does
I,
that mean?
What do I not? What am I not sucking her
What
ass?
does it take to get to that level for you?
To be
To be like your
a go-to person, like a comedy person,
Yes.
just be obviously funny,
Mm.
a good credit score.
FICO score.
Check it.
Honestly,
Do it.
Shit, I gotta check.
And people maybe don't say this a lot about comics, but a responsible person.
And why do you need that responsible aspect?
If you need, if you need someone to open for you, which we've opened for each other,
Yeah.
you have to be communicative, on prompt.
Mhm,
It's a job,
It is a job.
and also bring proper energy.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
Can be
when
fucking
me
around.
and Audrey open for Fumi, we bring a positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
And not too like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Just you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like you're a bride. So you got to bring
They're my bridesmaids.
support. Yeah,
That's what it
comedy
was that
bridesmaids.
night.
So you have to be supportive, but not too in your face. It
Yeah.
has to be
Yes.
professional and know your boundaries and know your limits. It's a lot.
It's a relationship. It's a
Yeah.
true relationship.
Yes.
Mostly
Yeah.
you don't want to be annoyed by the person.
Well, but that's a huge. I mean, when
Yeah.
well, two questions. One, are you not to dig into your finances right away, but
How much do I make?
no, but like, can you
Do it.
afford a full-time opener? Because a lot of people cannot.
So
Cannot.
Oh,
At-
wait, you're
at this
getting
moment.
paid to do this?
Not by
there's
me.
there's
Yeah, not
different
by-
there's
yeah.
different ways arrangements, right? The really big stars, like for example, if when Shang Wang opens for Ali, I guarantee you she's paying for his flight, his hotel,
out of pocket, right?
out of pocket,
Because,
and on top of that, probably like at least 1,000 per show, if not more, right? Because Ali Wong is up there with like Joe Coy and Bill Burr, like she's
Yeah.
up there. That's the highest, right? But like I've opened for friends where like, you know, like when we open for each other, we're not getting that much money. So it's like the club will pay you like $100 or something, and then like if you sell out, maybe I'll give you like an extra 50 or something. Like it's very
Yeah.
like we're not even in the same, you know, stratosphere. Like I can't fly these guys out, you know.
Yeah.
You
where
should
I'm
have
at
sent
right
me
now.
a car to Irvine. You should have sent me a car.
Honestly, you
At
fucked
the very
up.
no, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to that Ali Wong level.
Yeah.
Where I can just shell out and pay properly.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I've literally I gave you a protein bar. I think.
Yeah, you gave me a protein bar, and I was so happy.
I think I gave him 2 hugs and a protein bar.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
trying to get to a level where I can, put you up, get you the
Yes.
flight,
Yes,
get
yes.
you a nice dinner, get
Yeah.
you the
Ooh,
proper
dinner.
dinner.
Steak.
But I don't.
Steak. Yeah.
Is that what you would like? A steak?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Mama.
Well, what my baby wants, my baby gets. If you want a steak, I'll get you a steak and a side and one
great.
side.
Well, because do people ask you that now because you are sort of touring and blowing up, and because I think sometimes yes, it's one thing to blow up on social media in the comedy world, but finances are a different thing. You just quit your Netflix job to be a full-time comedian,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like, and knowing how responsible you are, I feel like you're being careful with your money because you're like, okay, well, this is risky and new and fun, and I'm doing well, a lot better than a lot of other comedians, but I still gotta be careful because I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, like you're not. I know you're not just spending that money like crazy on openers and clothes and all this shit. Is that the right vibe, or
I
are you
mean,
going chaotic?
I'm not going chaotic because finances are a very important part of comedy. Weirdly, to be a full-time comedian,
Thank you.
how are you going to survive?
Thank
so
you.
we know this because I just quit my day job that paid me what I thought was a good salary.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm doing the same and hopefully better doing comedy. But so I want to be very, very careful. But right now with opening and touring, I actually think it's cool to have a local person open and just like meet someone new. Like
Yes.
they get a great spot. They
Yeah.
get to do a cool theater they usually don't get to do. So right now, like I'm cool with it. But eventually I'm trying to get on the Ali Wong level
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where I can fly out my little
Minions.
my my little
minions.
shang.
My little shame.
Your
My little shang.
cheerleaders, your tiny, your little
Yeah.
cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I
That's
love
the goal.
that.
I mean,
I don't realize it's very interesting.
did Dumbfounded do that with his? Like, I feel like rappers do that with their entourage. You know,
They
like
do what?
they just bring
Fly
their,
out
Fly
their
out.
they
people.
fly out their whole people. Like Donald Glover has his friends on payroll. They just sort of.
I think you have
travel.
to be at a certain level.
Well, I mean, yeah,
to
Donald
get
trying to get
to
on that level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
to
I don't
do
have
that.
friends in these cities. We go to these cities. I don't have like a crew.
Right.
You don't have
in
friends in
Portland.
Ontario.
No, but I will build friendships, and I'll work hard to build those friendships.
Yeah.
But if I can pay my friends to hang out with me,
That is what I notice about, I think, people who are on a different scale financially because they've made it at a certain level. They're like, close to the A-list or A-list area, is that I think that they do pay for people's friendship, whether it's like their assistants or it's people, their photographers, people around them that are really easy to hang out with who aren't, you don't want anyone high maintenance. You don't want
Right.
anyone but they are paying for them to come on the trips. They're paying, but I see it as like a good trade-off.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
Because you only want people who are fairly positive around you.
Well,
to
that's
be-
the other thing is like when you get to that Ali Wong level and you are flying friends out, it's because you don't want to be annoyed, right? Like if you can't just hire somebody because they're hilarious. Like they could be hilarious but super annoying, and you don't want to be around them
yes.
all the time. So
But
then-
also, if you buy your friendships, are they truly your friends? But are we already doing that in the first place?
you know what? That's a good question. I do have current friends now who are already offering to do stuff for me. Like one of them wants to just be my organizer. Like
These are comedians or just regular?
regular.
That's the
That's good,
best.
though,
No,
right?
no, no,
what do
no,
you thi-
that's a good thing.
Now, what do you
That's a
think
good
about
thing.
that? Now, what was your initial reaction to that? Is that like, are you trying to hop on this L train, or was what was
They've been my friends since before I started comedy.
okay? So they're
So
real,
I trust they're real.
Okay.
So and they never believed in me. No, I'm just kidding.
But now they do.
But now they're like, I'll be your. My friend just really likes to clean. She likes to organize things. So she's like, I'll just organize your suitcase and your hotel room and clean things. And I have a friend who has great style. She's like, I'll help you shop. For the road. Yeah, that's helpful.
That's helpful.
And then one day I want to get to a level of like, I would love to fly out a glam squad.
Oh
What's a
God,
what's a
you've
glam-
made it
What's
if
a
you do
glam
that.
squad?
What's a glam
Who do you
squad?
think does Beyonce's makeup for every show? You
Oh,
think
she's
she
got, like,
uses
a
a
makeup-
local makeup person?
No.
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 You think anyone can touch her? No.
No, she's no.
So
got a
that's what I
team.
want.
Not anyone just touches goddesses. No, it's
No.
it's
No.
it's
If I
people
wanna
who
get to
touch
that level.
other guys. Like you want Beyonce's person to come out
Yeah.
to you at that level.
Can I be honest? After you explain that to me, those 3 jobs, the cleaner, the suitcase packer, the stylist, the
Valuable.
glam squad, they, to me, may be more valuable than a fucking opener, to be honest with you.
I
You know
think
what I mean?
just as important.
You think, okay,
Just as important.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
like to have my look on stage.
Sure.
I like to, and Fumi has good style.
thank you.
Okay, so
I've
when
never
he,
heard that once from Steffie's
for
mouth, but-
Fallon, for headlining, Fumi puts in thought.
Thank you.
And that's work for you.
It is
That's
work for me.
time, it's thought, it's taste, it's money. You're getting this stuff. So like if you get someone to do it for you that you trust to like style and do my face, I like to have it all. It's very important.
I agree with that.
Maybe you can be in my
I'm-
glam squad.
Huh?
Would you dress me?
Well, am I getting paid?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll be your
sometimes
support.
I look at your clothes and I was like, I want to
You
wear
guys
he
should
this.
wants
trade-
to wear my
Well,
stuff.
like this is cool. I would
Yeah.
wear something like this.
I always tell him you
Could
can
he
borrow
pull
my
that off though?
I think
You
I
would
could-
look a
this-
little silly. I could. You know what? Should we do? Should we in the next episode? Why
You
don't
guys
we
should
switch
close.
it?
No. Dress
Let's-
each other.
Dress each other
And don't
okay.
tell each other till the morning of the pod. You guys can dress each other.
But in our own clothes, or we have to go shopping or something.
No, I know
Bring-
each
I'm
other's
bringing-
clothes.
Own clothes.
Yeah.
I probably can't.
I could wear this.
Because
for
this is
sure.
more buttoned up than usual, Fumi. This is more like
This
job
is
interview.
Ellen
Yeah.
DeGeneres. Like I can wear this. This is why.
I hate this so much right now.
You would
I
be
love-
a great daytime host, actually.
You would.
That's the meanest thing you can say to somebody in comedy. You're a great daytime host. You're a Kelly Clarkson.
Not even a late night.
Yeah.
Not a late
Not
You're
even
night.
Ellen vibe.
Because
No.
Fumi's so positive.
Oh
You want to hang
my.
out with him in a day.
What?
You don't think so?
Are
You don't see him and you don't just smile.
That's because he's trying to ride your fucking wave, bro. Oh, you know he's a Scorpio, right?
I don't really know what that means though. What's Scorpio
Thank
mean?
you.
It's exactly what you think. There's a stinger at the end. and
For
he's
real?
got-
Look
at your
No,
eyes.
but in the
Look at
best
your
way
eyes.
possible. In the best way
Is
possible.
Scorpio kind of like shisty?
I thought it just meant horny. I thought it just meant horny.
Horny?
Horny. Scorpio's
That's
horny.
not in the stars.
but
Astrology
that's-
it's not in the stars that like, oh, this people in
No,
October
but
are
that-
horny.
You've heard Scorpio horny.
Scorpios, they're very intense. They know what they want. I love Scorpios.
Thank you.
Like I feel like I really fuck with them because they're fun.
Thank you.
That they know they're assertive and they're reliable, but they also have this other side. They have this other side, but you don't know. It's more internalized, so you'll
Yeah.
never really know. But they'll be loyal if you're loyal to them.
But outside,
So
Well, let's move on. Let's move to Leslie. Let's get to
oh
know.
yeah, what the
Nice
fuck
deflection.
were we talking about?
Let's
this
no
whole
one wants to
time?
about Ellen
Okay.
and how I look like a lesbian. It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's dig into you. Thanks for coming on the podcast. We're so excited to talk to you about your finances because you're so
I'm
responsible. And yeah, we looked at your shit, but before we did that, you're from OC. I actually don't know much about you before comedy or like where you grew up. I just I kind of met you in the last couple of years. So like, what was your like financial situation growing up? Like, were you what did your parents do? Like, sort of what was your relationship with money growing up?
oh my God, this is a very important question that I do think should be a first date question, by the way.
Yes.
Is everyone has a love language and a money language.
Ooh.
And it for real. And it all starts from how money was when you grew up. So I grew up in Orange County, like I guess like middle classish, upper middle classish. But my dad, my parents had like those mystery business jobs where like I could never explain what they were.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So maybe they're secretly in the mafia.
Yeah.
But like my dad worked at like, Toshiba.
Yeah.
He was like a salesman at Toshiba, like in corporate.
He wore a suit every day, had a briefcase.
Yeah. So when you're a kid, you just see your parents have a briefcase.
Yeah.
And that's their job. So Toshiba, something. I know we had a lot of Toshiba stuff in the house,
Okay.
which was cool. Which was cool.
Yeah.
And then my mom literally was the head of accounting at a Dunder Mifflin-esque company.
Like a paper?
Like they sold paper and printers.
I didn't
and,
know
like,
that was
office
real,
supplies.
dude.
It's real.
What?
It's real. Like, where do you get your office supplies? Like, someone has to make them and sell them and whatever. So she was the head accountant for this company in Orange County. So very office-y, whatever.
But they had like 9 to 5 jobs. Like you were at home a lot of the times.
It
You're an
was-
only child.
One of two, older
okay.
brother. So they had 9 to 5, and I went to daycare after school. And I always was at daycare late because they were always like late to pick me up just because they were at their jobs.
Oh.
So I very much understood and respected like they're at work.
Okay, you didn't see that as like, oh, my parents don't care about me.
No.
You're like, they be hustling.
No, they were hustling.
Oh, wow.
Like I always saw them as hustlers, and I would be sitting on the sidewalk, last one at daycare, and I'd be like, I respect it. They're
Did they-
hustling.
wow.
I knew.
Did they teach you anything about money?
Not directly, you know, not like sat me down until later in my adult life when I started making money, like after college. But as a kid, like the roles were very clear, like they were the providers. So I didn't get a job in high school because they were like, we would rather you focus on school and don't stress about money. So I understood that role. But then in college, I wanted to make my own money. So I got a job at Tilly's.
Yes.
What's Tilly's?
What's Tilly's?
Tilly's is like the PacSun.
Do you
It's
know
like
PacSun?
a skateboardy kind of.
That explains a lot
Oh.
about me.
Wow.
So I got a job at Tilly's.
I've seen this at malls. Okay.
And I
Very
was,
California.
it was SoCal. I was awful at it because people were always because when I was a cashier, they stare at you as you like count the change
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
you know they stare at you as you fold their new Dickies.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're like, you better fold that right. It's a lot of pressure. I
Well,
was very
Dickies are
bad at it.
hard to fold. They're like
They're
hard.
physically
Hot
hard.
take. Hot take.
It's true.
Physically hard. So there's
They're
only
physic-
one way to fold them. You can't just kind of let them
No.
lay.
No. It's like potato starched on there.
Yes.
You're spitting. You're
That's the
spitting
look.
on that shit and ironing it, huh? They
That's
push
the
it.
look.
Yeah.
So I tried really. So that was my first like job.
How much were you getting paid there?
I don't remember. Oh, dude, this
This
was
is like-
years ago.
So like
$5 a day.
$5. Nah.
I mean, what was it? Right, Tilly's.
Well, what year was like? This is like 2010s,
This was like
late 2000s.
mid college, so maybe 2008,
You
2007.
had
So it
maybe
was like $11 or $12
An hour.
An hour.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So that gets you a Chipotle burrito an hour.
What
Yeah,
were you
yeah.
using this money for?
Alcohol,
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
because I was in college. Alcohol and maybe like a little crop top. Here and there.
Yeah,
What do you think I
tiny-
was
Yeah.
donating it? What do you think I was doing with
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was getting Smirnoff Ice or whatever.
Smirnoff.
At that time,
Is it
it was
Smirnoff?
In
it was
college, what were you
Smirnoff.
drinking?
No.
What were you
we're
drinking
just
in
saying it
college?
weird.
That time,
Smirnoff.
no, he's making fun of the way you're talking.
Is that a California thing?
It's
I didn't think it
Smirnoff.
was-
Smirnoff.
Oh, what did I say?
Smirnoff, like Smurfs.
You were buying drinks,
Wait, how do
were
you say
you?
Smirnoff?
She was
You
buying
said Smirnoff.
drugs.
No, I was
Just-
not.
I'm just
I was
kidding. I'm
not.
just joking.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
just
say
joking.
were people buying you drinks, or is it college? Everybody's poor, so nobody's buying ladies.
You
drinks?
know, no, people were buying me drinks. I would get drinks at like parties and stuff, but I was using it on shenanigans. I was in college, you know, because you know what it was? My parents worked so hard. I wanted them to spend their money on my responsible things. So my
Tuition. and stuff.
tuition.
Yeah.
And then if I didn't want them to spend their hard-earned money on a Smirnoff or however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
so
Smirnoff.
What were you drinking in college? I feel like Smirnoff was kind of expensive. I was drinking.
People were drinking Jägermeisters.
I was
during
doing
that
like
time.
you guys
Yeah,
ever
I
drink
had
Mad Dog 2020? That was my.
I don't even know what that is.
Pabst Blues. I think people were
I
drinking.
didn't do the beer. I wanted to spend it on a nice vodka.
Did I? Is that
You
not what
said it
it's
so condescendingly.
called? Well, I don't drink. So
PBR?
I make up
PBR?
words
We say
that
PBR?
like I've heard before in the past. Okay, that's
Fireball. Yeah, those are pretty cheap.
I did
that's
Fireball.
Cool.
Did
a
you?
Fireball.
So would you say like what was your? I guess around college, maybe after you graduated college, before you started comedy, when you had money, like what was your vice? Like, is there something that you spent a lot of money on back then that you look back and you're like, damn, that's, I did spend a lot of money on Molly or whatever it may be.
All right.
Doesn't
Why
have to
do
be
you
drugs.
assume it's Molly?
Well, you
Wow.
like the EDM, that's why. And we'll
The
get into that
EDM?
later.
Did you just say the EDM?
You like to EDM. You like to go to
he thinks
EDM
that you
as a-
likes
as like a
EDM
verb?
music.
You
He
EDM
likes-
music. You don't even act like you don't know what the hell
So
I'm talking about.
I love it. I love electronic house dance music.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone say you like to EDM.
You're
Well,
being
you know-
a dork, Fumi.
Well, you know what? I'm trying to be a Shang. Okay, I'm trying not to outshine her, so I'm trying to dork myself.
He's trying to be this entire show. He's trying to lift me up and be my
I'm trying to
Shang.
boost her, bro.
He's trying to give me an assist, like a good
yeah,
Shang.
like there's a bounce pass, bro. Can't you
Okay,
see?
so-
okay.
I'm the translator, and I'm like, stop bullshitting me. What are you doing?
You're the
Why are
ref.
you?
Bullshit?
Oh, sorry. What era are you asking in my life again?
I
What
guess
era? Like 20s or?
I guess yeah, back then and now even.
I think honestly everything is a waste of money unless it's like shelter and everything else is a waste of money.
Essentials.
A shelter and paying your bills. I think everything else is a vice.
Have you bought
Wow.
anything dumb like recently? Like something you feel like you shouldn't have bought it, but you couldn't help it. You're not an impulse. You don't impulse buy things.
I don't impulse buy things. I'm weird. Like when it comes to I don't like to splurge. I have a limit on everything. So
Really?
like
You
even
plan it?
all right, okay.
You know what? The way you talk about things in your videos or like your stand up about the skincare, the makeup, I have a feeling that's where you're splurging is skin things, which I do that too.
Yes, I will say this is what it is. On one single item, I have a limit. That's what I mean. So I'm not going to buy a serum that's over $40.
Really?
However, I will buy an 11-step skincare routine that's hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's how I do it. I don't. If it's
Interesting.
one item, I feel there's a limit. But overall, in a category, like, dude, I spend on coffee alone a week, my little lattes in LA,
Yeah.
hundreds of dollars a month probably.
Mm-hmm.
You right?
But that's your splurge thing. That's your thing that you treat yourself.
If I
is the
look at a
coffee.
month, that's a splurge.
Yeah.
I should just chill out and not go to these fancy coffee places. But if it comes to like a pair of socks, it's not a splurge.
What's an expensive skincare? You have great skin. It's glowing, by
Oh my
the
God,
way.
thank you.
Like,
It's
it's,
sweat.
it's real.
It's sweat.
We love the sweat and the glisten. What is put the girlies on a product that you really like that was worth the money?
Like sometimes there's a brand called Laneige. You know Laneige?
Korean,
It's
yes, of
Korean. It's
course,
like
yeah.
fancy Korean.
Yeah.
So it's like they have a toner that I think is like over $30. To me, that's a splurge. But I don't even like to get a cream that's more than $50. It just feels silly.
Wow.
There are
But-
creams that are $100. A little jar of cream that's $100.
But the cream to me is almost like the bun of a sandwich. It's the thing that you top it off with, but it's not the thing that makes the thing. the lunch meat,
I love this analogy.
the
I'm getting
quality
it.
of the protein,
Is what?
it has to be the serum. So the
No,
serum.
I would make the argument the protein is loving yourself.
My
Bro, you can't out cream self-hate. You can't out
Holy
cream. You can't out
shit.
cream not loving yourself.
Do I love
Nothing
myself?
at Sephora.
Steffi.
Nothing
Do I
at
love myself
Sephora.
enough?
No serum will
Wake up! Wake up!
no serum.
Wake up!
Look at
Look me in the eye! Look me in the eye! Wake the fuck up! Wake the fuck up!
You know what? No eye cream. No eye cream is gonna fix a broken relationship with your family. You need to fix that shit. You need to fix that shit first, and then you can go to Drunk Elephant or whatever, and then you can go to Kiehl's and Sephora and Fresh Beauty
Oh my
and Laneige,
God.
all brands I love.
Fix me, Leslie.
That takes professional
Bro,
help.
you
I'm not a
can't-
professional.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Can I just say I love you, but you cannot break her down like this and just be like, I can't help you. I cannot help you any further. You cannot just do this.
I
Look
don't
at
have
her.
a lot of skills.
She's dissociating. Look at this.
I'm sorry.
Is life a joke?
I'm sorry.
Yo.
All I know to do is comedy and to rub cream on my face. And I can be nice to people, but I cannot,
She can't
mend a
fake
broken
The
heart.
The
protein
philosophy
is
the
loving yourself.
The protein is fucking loving
Put that
yourself,
on a merch, bro.
For real.
Put that on a merch, bro.
And then you can do the extra
Have you
cream.
always loved yourself?
No.
When did you start loving yourself?
My late 20s.
Okay. And this is a good question because I noticed you have no therapy on your credit card statement, so I don't know if you see a therapist.
Fuck, that's real. I do not go to therapy. And I should and I want to, and I dabbled in it in the pandemic. Okay, so this is what happened. From my day job, I had a work benefit where we got like free therapy, whatever. Therapy was covered, great. So I explored in this app that tells you it's a very efficient app where you can put in what you're looking for, what your, issues are, and they'll match you with someone. But when I filled out the questionnaire, they were like, "You're good."
Really?
And they said, "You don't need therapy. We recommend a mental health coach." Which is that's different from a therapist, right?
What is that?
I think one
That
requires
sounds-
a degree, one doesn't. But I think it's
Mental
you're
health
meeting up
coach.
weekly
Similar.
talking about shit. So
Mental
what-
health coach sounds like more expensive than a therapist.
it sounds more expensive and like more bullshitty. I
It
don't
sounds
know.
life coachy, which
it's like-
also is.
I
kind of
know, and I'm like, just call it a therapist because so they matched me with a mental health coach, which I met once a week to talk about problems. There were tears shed,
Okay, so
she
you're
gave-
opening up. Yeah.
She gave me like I liked it. She gave me little assignments like that you do online. It was like a Kumon for your emotions. She gave me homework every week, so you'd have to do these scenarios online and like talk about like conflict resolution and like all this stuff, and it was very helpful. But I'm like, can you just call this therapy because I feel like it's therapy.
Yeah.
And that was very helpful, and it was like 10 sessions. But then that was to help me with a specific problem that had seemingly ended. But we all know nothing ends. You know,
Right.
It's
things
yeah.
come with you. So then since then, I tried to go to another therapist just to be like, I want someone to like check in with, whatever. And then I had, how the first time you meet a therapist, it's like an intake thing. Like they have to learn about you and your past.
Yeah.
So then she asked me all these questions, and she was like, trying to figure out if and what my traumas were. And she was like, "So what's your deal? Like anything?" And I go, "I love my family. I love my friends. I have a great job. I really care about comedy, and I love where things are." And she looked at me like I was like psychotic.
You know who has similar energy to this is Atsuko. She has that similar kind of what you're saying. I don't relate to it, but but it seems like that's where the self-love comes from, and because you are sure of you're good.
Yes,
you're
and-
good.
and-
Maybe I was very grateful at the time I saw this therapist.
I also believe that success / financial success, at least in comedy, because it's all about sort of exposing yourself and you writing a lot of stuff, that I feel like that only happens when you do learn to love yourself. I think
it's the key to so
it's-
much, dude.
it's not
you're
just
getting
comedy,
there,
but,
right?
like-
Or you
I
feel
think
like
I
you're there?
definitely love myself more than I did years ago. I mean, it's really just like I could just tell from my confidence, but then for me, I think it's very Asian, but my confidence comes from my accomplishments and skills, and so like I'm more confident in a writer's room now because it's my third one. So I was very scared of my first one because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but now I'm more confident. So I know I can deliver, so I'll act a certain way, but. I think when I first got into it, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I wouldn't always speak up in the pitch meetings because I was so scared. And that ended up hurting me,
Yeah.
because they pay you to talk shit, right? So like stuff like that, I think, I don't know. But it comes from a track record of what I can do, which I don't necessarily think is healthy. I think you should always love yourself, no matter if you haven't done anything in the past.
Yeah.
It should have nothing to do with your job, but that's sort of where it comes from for me.
Well, I think
Yeah.
especially as a male, that's kind of like societally expected
Mhm,
of a
mhm.
man is not worth
It's like
something.
to be good at your job.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, I gotta provide
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the self-love, it'll come with time, but also like it depends on our parents too. Like, because my parents were very loving and still are.
And that is so rare to hear from a Chinese
I
friend,
know.
man.
It is,
Are
right?
your parents not first gen Chinese American? Is that why? Are they like second or third gen?
No, they're first. They came here.
They came from China.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
okay,
came
okay.
here
Oh, that's
from
rare.
Taiwan.
Oh, you're Taiwanese?
Am I Taiwanese? Jason Cheney yelled at me. Jason Cheney yelled at me the other day. My parents are Chinese, but they were born in Taiwan. Or no, were they born in Taiwan? They were born in Taiwan.
I mean, if
Like,
they're
we've been
born in
to-
Taiwan, they're Taiwanese.
Am I Taiwanese?
Yeah, dude.
Wait, are you coming out right
You're
now?
coming out as Taiwanese.
You're-
Right?
what's
This
your
is a political thing these
Wait,
days,
I
by
thought
the
I
way.
was Chinese.
Well, you are Chinese, but like
I
there's
have to ask my
there's a
parents.
political thing there.
You
know
gotta
what I
find
mean?
out about
call
that.
them
Chinese
after
people
this.
rep Taiwan. They stand for what they did.
I've always been told I was Chinese
Oh, by your
But I mean, like,
parents.
by white kids at school. Like,
What did your parents call themselves?
Chinese. Maybe they grew up in Taiwan. Maybe they moved to Taiwan.
Maybe they align politically with China. That's also a thing. But also, you are ethnically Chinese, and that's fine.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Jason is
That's
ethnically
fine.
Chinese.
Hear that? He
No,
said
Yeah.
but
that's
that's like
fine.
I'm not saying it's not bad to say one or it's not like teams, but
Well, it's because like Taiwan wants you on that. Like Jason Cheney's like, she's mine. She's mine.
Yeah,
She's part
Jason's
of
very
Taiwan.
pro
He wants
Taiwan,
to recruit
so,
Taiwan
yes.
more,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
make it more powerful.
Yes.
Wait, can I go back to your splurging thing? How you're like, I don't really splurge.
Okay. But what you will see, my logic will prevail in the statement. Because what I'm saying is, I don't splurge on one item, right? One item. But as a whole,
You're sweating.
as a whole,
Little bits, like
Little
little
bits.
bits
if I go
that
to
add up.
Sephora, maybe I'll drop hundreds, but I'm getting a lot of
Okay.
items.
This ain't even Sephora, okay? You spent $670 at a restaurant called Funky.
Oh yes.
Funke.
What is it?
Funke.
What is it?
Okay.
He's a chef.
Okay, it's Funke. Okay, so it is a very trendy, cool Italian restaurant in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
I chose to splurge there, and I had a dinner with my hot Brazilian boyfriend. It was
Okay.
just us two.
Two people, $670? And you
What-
paid. You paid.
So this is what happened. It was semi-covered by my day job as a holiday gift. As a gift, they said, for a holiday gift, you take out one person to a nice dinner and expense it. It's a
This is
holiday
just
gift.
you or every
They didn't give you a
employee.
limit.
So they didn't give you a limit, but obviously they're like, we're not giving you a limit, but don't go
Not like $10,000.
ham.
Yeah.
Don't hire, I can't even name a chef. Mario Batali.
That's old
Is that a
school.
musician?
No.
Let's go with Giada.
Gia.
Bobby Flay.
Yeah,
Bobby Flay.
don't go hiring Bobby Flay to do a private catered dinner for two people.
Yeah.
So, but also like, go harder than Chipotle. So I let Pedro, my boyfriend, pick Funke. We lost track of what we were eating and drinking. So we go, I wonder how much this is coming out to. The bill comes and it's what, 600 something?
Yeah.
I chose to only expense a portion of it.
No, Leslie, you didn't even ask?
No, I only expensed a portion of it to work and then I paid the rest.
So you're
How
saying
much did you
How much did you
expense?
expect? Like 200?
300.
But you didn't even try to get 670 expense?
I'd be scared.
You
You
sh-
would do
it's too
that?
much.
I
It's
would
too
do it
much.
because you know you were leaving in 2 weeks.
But that's how honorable I am. That's how honorable
Would
I am.
you? Okay, if you were
I'm not
leaving,
trying to
your
do.
job,
I'm
you
not trying to
wouldn't
go
even
out like that.
No,
'cause
I wouldn't do. I would be scared to do.
That is a
670.
lot.
That's
because
a lot.
they can always say, "Hey, this is too much," and then you can be like, "Sorry, here's 4."
Who's looking at this number, by the way? Is it
Some
accounting?
finance
Is it
person.
accounting?
Yeah, billing.
Some billing
Yeah.
person is looking at all this because this is the trick, right? This is like a psychological experiment. Every employee is spending something different, but we don't know what the other person is spending. So we can't sidebar with each other and scheme together.
You gotta-
Let's
you
all
should
go
ask.
600.
Yeah.
'Cause everyone has different level of judgment. So
You need
I
to
decided-
unionize this. The little group of people and talk between yourselves.
Yo, okay, so really this dinner was 370.
It was 370 something. I chose
And
to
that's-
only expense 300, which is still a good amount of
That's a good
money.
amount of
But
money.
I also this is why I splurged. I don't like to go to dinner.
What does that even mean right now?
I don't like to go to dinner. I don't like that dinner. I eat for function and survival. So I eat a veggie patty, a bowl of lettuce, maybe a protein bar. Like I eat for function. I don't eat for fun.
You don't even flavor?
I do eat for flavor.
That sounds like the whitest thing I've ever heard.
I know, and I apologize. So
Orange County,
I'm
Orange
not,
County.
That's the most
I'm not-
OC thing
It's
I've
pretty
heard.
OC. Like
Yeah.
I eat like my protein, fat, and fiber when I'm alone. I think it's annoying that in order to socialize and see a friend, the go-to activity is food,
Yeah.
dinner, lunch, drink. Sometimes I don't want to drink on a weekday. Sometimes I don't want to go to Funke on a Tuesday, whatever. Can't we just talk? Can't we just have a Zoom call or something and just catch up with my friend? Why do we have to eat a lot and spend a lot? So I don't really go to a lot of dinners,
Okay.
but when I do,
You go hard.
I go Funke.
Wait, so Funke, go fucking hard. And take a Brazilian boy with you.
And we were dining, like we had the best night because we split. When we go to a nice restaurant, we also just like, let's just get the expensive thing.
Yeah.
Let's get it. We're
Yeah.
here because I rarely do it.
Sure,
so when I
sure,
do, I go
sure.
hard.
What did
Yeah.
you get? The caviar? What was this? A
I was gonna
steak?
say, what does
is this?
670
A
look like?
T-bone?
We got
look
like multiple. We got like 2 pastas. We got like beautiful cocktails. We got like this beautiful like fancy ham sandwich that I know that doesn't.
Ham sandwich.
It doesn't sound fancy, but if you look at Funke's menu, there's like a beautiful like it's like a
She starts describing Jack in the Box. They had tater tots.
They
and
had
these little
buttermilk ranch.
And it's really, and you know, at these fancy restaurants, you're paying for these like ingredients.
Yes.
So we got this like burrata and persimmons, which I know doesn't sound fancy, but the
No, it sounds
persimmons,
fancy.
No,
It sounds
does.
fancy.
it's like so fresh where you have to, you know, when you eat something, you both stop talking.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Wow. Is this like a Michelin kind of place? That kind of vibe?
I feel like it is. I don't know officially, but it's.
Now, be honest. How much of the
delicious.
670 was alcohol? Are you drinking a lot or just
Like,
mainly food?
It's got to be 200 was
Of
alcohol.
Okay.
Like
okay,
we
okay.
we got every cocktail on the menu.
You really did that?
Almost.
Oh my.
And it was
Cocktails
delicious.
are so fucking expensive.
And if you want to
It's
treat
really
yourself, go to
wild.
Funke, get one cocktail because they have a rooftop bar. And because I don't like to do this every day. I don't Funke every day.
Have you have you been to Mother Wolf and all the other restaurants that he does? Or
Yes,
Felix?
I've done. Felix is great. Mother Wolf, I went once for drinks, but it's that guy. I think.
But
it's that
this guy, but Funke
Mm.
was the best. Well, also the experience sounded just really fun.
It was the best because it was just like a beautiful night.
Mm.
It was just like so. We leaned into that we belonged at Funke.
But did you tip the 20? Do you do a 20%?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
so-
tipped
So what's
appropriately.
600? What's 20%?
So it's
It
like
was
100
the tip
130?
was so much.
Like 130, 140.
But you
That's a
have to do
lot.
it, yeah.
100 over $100.
Oh shit! So this
on
was
tipping.
this is including tip or not tip?
It must be with
SB
tip.
tip,
With tip.
yeah.
Oh,
With
I
tip.
see.
So I, as you might see, and you can check the evidence, I do not think I have a lot of.
You really don't. I mean, it's interesting
Funke's-
because like that's Funke. So that's like so you sent us about 2.5 months of data, and like so Funke is top, but then like your second most expensive thing is Mercury Insurance, which I'm guessing is like your car insurance
Yeah,
and
there you
stuff
go.
like that.
My home and car insurance.
Right.
That is where I will splurge.
Home and you have a home?
I own a condo. Did I not tell you this?
No. Where? That's where you live. You live there.
I live in.
Oh, sorry. I can bleep that
She
out.
has a real job. It's
No,
not
but
like
I
you as a comedian who
I
doesn't.
thought you just rented.
No, I own it. So can I tell you this? I know that's a flex.
No. It's not. It is a flex, but an appropriate one.
It's an appropriate
Because we were
one.
just talking about how you're going on these dates with these 40-year-old men
Yeah.
and they don't own, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like a is that like a thing that you should expect from somebody from 40s, but she was
No,
like,
it's
But it's
like,
hard in
I-
LA. It's hard
Well,
in LA to just.
I've owned homes, so it's like for me, I'm like I can't date someone.
so
and
if you can
yeah.
do it, then
like if I've been able to do it since I was younger, and you're not able to do it, it's something about that turns me off.
Yeah.
Like
You want someone who's aligned with like making it happen.
exactly.
It's not impossible.
when
It's
did you
very-
buy this home?
Where or
When? What year?
I think it was 2019, 20. It was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. It was in the pandemic, so maybe 2021.
Oh,
But
shit.
this is what I will say, and I know it's a flex that I own a condo in Hancock Park, which is an awesome neighborhood. I have nearly no furniture.
I've heard about this. I heard you don't have a sofa.
I do not have a sofa.
And is that because you can't afford one, or is it more of a philosophical thing?
It's both. It's. I want one. Until last week had 2 jobs.
Yeah.
I do not rest. I don't rest.
Are you stand? You have a standing desk?
I have a standing desk in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do in
God.
my home is I shower, I sleep, I stand and work.
Where do you eat?
Yeah, do you eat?
Over
Where do
my
you eat your
kitchen
patties?
sink or at my desk.
Oh my god.
Really? You don't have a dining table?
I have a dining table.
You don't want
I actually have a beautiful new dining table from Lulu in Georgia.
Shouts.
I want
Shout
them
out.
to
Sponsor us.
Please help me. It's a beautiful furniture company, very expensive dining table. Almost $2,000 this dining table.
Wow.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's beautiful.
nice.
I'll show
Right.
you a picture. But I don't rest.
You
I
don't
didn't
want to.
when I went home I go, I don't have time to rest today. I had 2 jobs, day job
Yeah.
and shows every night.
Yeah.
Or you're traveling, or I'm seeing family, or I just desperately want to see my friends.
Right.
And they all got couches. Look, you got 2 couches.
Do you want one?
Do you need to
giving
get
us
rid of one?
away.
These
I'll
are great.
sponsor you. Just be like sponsored by Steffie
And
Baik.
couches, a couch, when I get one, I will choose to splurge. Because a couch, you can get something very affordable, which is great. You can Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, which is great, but I'm going to go hard on the couch.
I agree with you that when you buy furniture, the stuff that I splurge on is what I end up keeping. They have good customer service, and I respect that. I feel like
Yeah.
you need to go for something that you really like that's not going to break down, because you won't respect the piece of furniture. Like any of my IKEA stuff, I like throw out. They're like
That's like
dingy
college
after.
shit. When you're younger,
Yeah.
you buy the couch for $200, but not as an adult.
you
like,
buy it
know.
knowing you're like, I'm going to disrespect the shit out of this.
Yeah,
That's how you
you're
treat that
stopping
furniture.
on it at the end
Yeah.
of the day.
But so I will splurge on my bed, on my mattress.
Yeah.
Satva.com. I splurged on that because I got a king size.
You have a
sock.
king size bed?
Let's
Oh,
go.
fuck. That's what I want.
So that's where you
bad.
choose to splurge. I choose, in little bits.
Yeah.
I had a discussion this morning about how I have a queen size bed and I feel
It's still
like
great size.
No, it's
Great
fine,
size.
but like I want more space and my
I can't even picture little Fumi in a king size.
Well, little Fumi needs a king size bed because Maria is always like coming onto my side. So I
Yeah.
asked her today if I could buy some of her side. I asked her if I could buy some of the land on her bed.
On the mattress?
On the mattress so I could have more.
So you want to pay her to stay on her?
Well, I just want more of the bed. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, well, 50% of it is mine, but could I buy perhaps 20% or 30%
How romantic
more?
does this sound? Wow.
She said no.
You know, he brought out an Excel sheet and put percentages up. They have an Excel sheet, by the way, in their relationship
For
like just shit we buy for the
purchases,
apartment.
expenses. Are
Like-
you like
yeah,
that?
they keep track. I've never lived with a man,
Oh.
but when I do, I want to keep it organized. Or like before we start living together, have an open conversation about, because this is the whole thing. Who pays for what? What's the expectation?
Right.
Do we use it from a joint account? Do I always get the cleaning stuff and you always get the whatever? Do we just split the bills? Like I get electricity, whatever. You gotta,
Right.
It's not sexy, but you gotta talk
is
about
it like is that a conversation that you're willing to have with your partner now, and is you're starting to kind of think about, or is
Oh,
it
for
way too
sure.
soon?
With my hot Brazilian boyfriend, for sure.
Well, because I feel like your comedy is a little bit different now because you are with this man, but for a while it was like I'm looking for the right man, I'm looking for the right man. I'm dating in my late 30s, blah blah blah. I don't know if you remember dating in your 20s and stuff, but like, do you bring up this money stuff more? Like, does that shit come up more now because you're older and you're
Oh, now, yes.
right? Like similar to like
Yes.
I know you're joking about the FICO score, but it's like you're joking but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Like, I have certain standards now that I'm more I don't want anyone who is not going to somehow better my life or my life experiences. I don't want anyone that brings me down. Right? And that includes FICO
Of course,
scores.
because
It
I think
includes-
that says a lot about their lifestyle.
yeah, like what's important. And like I would want someone who is as aspirational as me. Maybe I don't know. I'm kind of questioning that. What were your standards? What did you did you have like a box, like a list of things that you needed to check off?
In my 20s,
No, recently. Now, wait. How long have you been dating this person?
it's only been since September. What's September plus now?
Wow. Okay.
What are we,
It's-
January?
4 months.
4 or 5 months. But it's like we're both mid 30s.
So shit moves
He's
quick.
37, so it moves quicker. But now money, we talk about it here and there in a super healthy way, but it's like, it's so important. In my 20s, we never brought up money. Because I think I knew, I was like, I'm not going to marry any of you fools. Who cares about
what?
money? Marry
what?
any of these people. I was like,
right.
no, we're not, whatever. We're just having fun. But yeah, I think it's, my standards now is just that we are very direct with each other about how we spend money and what we choose to splurge on and what not to, and just make sure like stuff is paid off. Because I'm a very like, I pay stuff on time, and so you know what, some of my stuff is on auto pay, but most of it's not. I
You
find
manually go in there and pay Chase. Or
I
whatever it
find
is.
pleasure in going the day it's due.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing it, like
I like
I'm doing
that,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I have it on my calendar, and I click it, and I go pay now.
I like that.
And I
like
and
that.
I in my mind, when the website says thank you for submitting it, I do believe that they're saying thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Wells
believe them
Fargo.
that they're saying thank you. It feels more like I did it rather than the auto pay, like just auto. I feel a sense of accomplishment.
You're very
Oh.
in control. In that way, you're in control of your finances. You're always aware
Yeah.
of what,
But I like
what
this, like,
you've
you get-
earned, what you're, the ins and the outs.
And it
Yeah.
makes me feel, because if it's on auto pay, you kind of only pay attention to how much your spending is. It
Yeah.
just takes it out. But when I look at that amount and go, all right, Leslie, you spent this much this month. That's a lot. It makes me
Right.
look at it.
This I like. I relate to this like getting pleasure out of little finance things so much. I'm an auto pay bitch, but what I do get pleasure in is I use Monarch to monitor all my expenses. What I do like is if sometimes I'll catch an expense, I'm like, what is that? And then it turns out to be like fraud or something, or like somebody overcharged me or whatever. And I love playing little detective. When I figure that shit out, dude, I feel like
love getting frauded.
I'm like,
and-
yo, put me season 4 True Detective. It's me, dude. True Detective. Me and Credit Karma, dude. Like, I love
Does it
finance.
make-
I
Does it make-
caught
you feel like-
your forensic files.
yeah, it's just like bunch of Excel.
but it makes you feel like you're in control over and protecting your finances, and no one's taking advantage of you.
God, this is
Absolutely.
such a mature. This has become
You're
so mature
and to come
right
from
now.
for it to come from a comedian is just.
Well, she's
It's weird,
she's
right?
tech and comedy.
But
she's
I'm a
not just one.
Chinese.
And she's Chinese.
Or just Taiwanese. Come on.
I gotta
don't
figure
know.
this out. I'm gonna call my parents today.
She knows her finances, but she doesn't know her ethnic background,
All I know is I'm from Orange County.
Oh my god.
which is very Chinese, by the way. I feel like
yeah,
that itself, and it's like knowing it's very Asian to know your finances and be on top of it.
And not even know what kind of Asian I am.
How do you let go though? There must be somewhere where you are, like whether it's gambling. So everyone has like some, whether it's like a sexual thing. I don't know.
How do you let loose
like,
other
what
than
are
funke?
you-
Yeah.
I always go hard or go home. So I do love a music festival, and that shit is expensive. But you know, a music festival ticket is 500 to 1,000.
And then you gotta get the outfit. You gotta fly there.
That's just
Are people
the
at
ticket.
this point, aren't they giving you free tickets, guys? Like, you
No.
could get into.
No, you think I'm getting a free Coachella ticket for what?
You probably could, honestly.
for
like
performing at Flappers every other week? You think that's I'm getting? You think Coachella's run into my inbox giving me a?
comedy is its own form of a festival.
I know, but we're
I
not
think
cool.
we should get hooked up.
We should get
you
hooked
guys
up.
need to trade. People, there are comedians and musicians. Y'all are kind of on
like
the stage
models,
of.
like the perks that models get versus comedians
I get a
it's
lot of
very different. Like
interesting
comedians are like,
perks.
it's. I don't
do
even know
think
what
we should
get
perks
way
we
more.
get. Yeah,
we
I
should
think
get
we should
more.
get more.
You should get hooked up with clothes.
Thank you.
You should, and you can wear them
Well,
on stage.
you know what? This is so sad.
If
And-
you dress a certain way, they're gonna send you clothes.
well, I've been sent clothes, but I don't like it, so I don't post about it. But I take it because I think it's nice.
But do you wear the clothes?
at my house, like if it's like a jacket, if it's cold, I'll wear it in the house or something.
Stop sending him home clothes. He needs fucking shit.
Wait, so
to
you
look-
randomly wear like a coat in the house because you don't want it to? you
Yeah,
wanna
like
wear it
I got
outside?
like a little. I don't even
He's
know how
not
to
getting
describe
coats.
it.
He's getting fucking sweaters that say like fucking
Like it's got a lot of logo shit. I don't. It's just not my vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But maybe
Okay.
it's a bad sign. Maybe people aren't clear what my fashion vibe is. If they're
It says
sending
like
me the
Best
wrong
Buy.
stuff.
Best Buy sends him sweaty.
I would wear a Best Buy. I think it's
Wait,
tight.
Best Buy?
I think Best Buy would be tight. No. It's like
Like the
fucking,
Best Buy
like,
sends you a uniform. Like you should.
Congrats.
Geek Squad.
I think you need a job.
Fumi's part
I would wear a
Oh,
Geek
Geek Squad is great. You should
I
wear
think-
Geek
I
Squad.
think Geek Squad is tight. But you know what? It's interesting because the clothing places you shop at, it's so funny. Like it's mostly Old Navy,
yeah.
H&M, Zara. Like these are like the biggest.
It's mall.
biggest
It's like the
clothing-
mall.
I am a
Tilly's
fast
vibe.
fashion. I am from OC. I'm a fast fashion lady. So
I really truly thought like because you dress very well. I just always thought like your jackets were very very expensive.
Zara, Target pants.
I love Target.
I
think
love Target.
I'm all
Target's
for
the
cheap
shit with
basics.
clothes.
You know,
Yeah.
Amazon basics,
Yeah.
Uniqlo basics. But I'll splurge on a little jacket. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you live right now in Fairfax, so he's kind of been watching the kiddos.
I'm watching the kiddo.
and he's like,
Oh,
in
he's
a
like,
legal
snacks.
way. In a legal
in
way.
a, no, in a legal 18 plus, but
Yeah.
also
Kiddos. I wish it didn't say kiddos. Jesus Christ.
I meant like the streetwear
Yeah.
boys.
keeping a pulse
You're
on
keep-
what the upcoming fashions are.
Yeah.
It's always around, so you,
know,
kind of feel
I'm
like
not. I also shop for function because function and
It's a big
convenience.
theme. It's a big
Yeah.
theme in
So
this episode.
so Zara, H&M, and Old Navy, it's a reliable, consistent experience. Also, Old Navy legit has great athleisure. So for traveling, you know, it's solid athleisure.
you like the quality,
the quality's good
really.
for the price, whatever. But I'm down to splurge on a whatever Aloe, Beyond Yoga, when I get to that point and feel like spending there. But I shop for function and convenience because I know what I'm gonna get. But I wish I shopped at cooler places like a trendy store. I don't really know what they are though.
Your friends don't do that?
They do. My friends have great style.
Yeah, I met some of your friends.
Like, but my friends go to like the outlet, and they go to like Prada at the outlet
Oh,
type of thing.
but that's not necessarily.
That's still expensive.
It's expensive,
It's
but like
expensive.
you can do cool without spending Prada money.
So
right?
what's I don't know what a cool
Yeah.
store is that's like cool. Like I don't think Zara is cool, but they have great style and it's functional.
They're on trend,
And they're on
Yeah,
trend.
they're on trend, and it's European style, so they're even more. I feel like they're
Yeah.
almost like pre-trend because America comes way later.
I go to
Really
Zara
last.
once a week.
What? Do you return stuff?
Not all the time.
Mm.
I go to Zara and I shop online and I choose for them to ship it to the store.
So you can pick it up.
So I go there,
Uh-huh.
pick it up, try it on right there.
Oh, and if
Wait,
you don't like
why
it,
don't you
can
have
return
them?
it.
Is it?
That's so
Should we do that?
And then I
smart.
shop around for other stuff if I feel like, you know what, this shirt didn't work, and I think now I know what I need, and then I'll go to another.
Now I know.
Okay, my thing was Zara. I love Zara, especially if you go to Europe. It's cheaper. It's like 30-40% off, which makes me feel like
That's
when I'm here at the
amazing. I
Zara,
know.
it's already cheap, but it makes
Yeah.
you rethink it. But do you ever notice like a lot of the Zaras, it's not consistent, but their changing rooms have like different types of light and like exposure
Really?
and shit, and sometimes I look like a monster. There's like lighting that just is not good for the like I could.
It's actually all not great.
It's not
when
right.
I think
Can't
about
they-
it. It's all not great.
I feel like more people would buy things if the lighting in the
Changing,
changing
that
room
has to
was
be the best because you have to look at yourself and be like, damn, I
they
look
they
good.
got to put that like, you know, that like glowy Oprah light. They should just do it. And
Yeah.
What I don't like is a fitting room where they don't have a mirror and they make you go out so that a salesperson's gonna be like, oh wow,
Yeah.
this tank top is doing wonders. I'm like, don't do that to me.
that's cheating.
Yeah.
So they make you, guilt you into buying it. And I don't want to say the store, but it's a store that I love the style.
Call them
Yeah.
out. Call them out.
Aritzia. Stop it. I love Aritzia style. We
Cut that shit
love
out.
a functional, fashionable basic.
Yeah.
Good quality,
It's
I think.
so good.
But you go shopping there
Yes.
physically,
Yeah.
everything is a fashion show. This
They-
like this sweatshirt is a fashion show. I have to go outside and wait for a compliment.
There's like a center area right outside of this, like, so there's none inside the dressing rooms, but there's like this little lounge area that feels almost like a, you know, in the 1950s
nice.
when they had fashion shows, like they would walk down like the ballroom. It looks like that. It's like plush and velvet.
They put you there.
They
after-
put you there. They want you to do a twirl, and
in
they
front
have
of everybody.
And they have the best salespeople. Like they actually give a shit because I don't know if they're
They're
working.
like actresses. They're like they're performing.
They're like-
very
Really?
good.
they're like your best friend.
They'll get you to buy something. They could get Fumi to buy something.
Yes, they.
I swear to God, dude.
I've never been inside, so I have no,
No,
idea.
they're gonna.
but-
They love you. They're like, oh my god, are you from New York?
Like,
You've
what do
got
you-
great
yes,
style.
yes.
Right?
They'll
Have
do
to
that
use
shit.
that
Like,
line
what are you
on
getting
you?
that for? I have one just like that.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's working.
But it works for me. It kind of.
that's why I can't go in there. Yeah, that's why I can't go in there because they get you. and it's just basics. But anyways,
It's good basics. It's overpriced. I honestly feel like it's overpriced by like 30%.
probably.
Everything's overpriced now.
But I these stores I find, I'm an OC chick, so it's like, you know, I went to malls and I find reliability and also like returning them. Like I know what I'm gonna get. It's like a safe. I usually don't thrift shop because
Yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of scary. I'm gonna buy this thing and then what if it has a hole in it?
It will have a hole in it.
Oh,
Most likely. I
I
mean,
love thrift shopping.
thrift shops have
But you could go to Crossroads where it's not. You could
That
return
was a good
things.
one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I-
still
I
good,
did
and they have
notice,
good quality things.
yeah.
there.
all the thrift stuff in Japan didn't have holes or stains, and I
Yeah,
love.
because
Wow.
Japanese are meticulous.
Yeah, but they buy it in America. It's just
Yeah.
the curation is like they
but,
won't.
but you know what? I don't know where this comes from, and I wish this wasn't the case. I don't like that someone else had a whole life in this shirt.
Oh, interesting.
And I know that other people like that about thrift
Yeah.
shopping. Like you like that it has a story. For me, like I want to define the journey of this crop top.
that's
I
so
wanna
much
write the story.
thinking for you to pick a jacket.
I want to write the story of this jacket.
I want to write the story.
The jacket starts with me.
What kind of pants do writers wear? I feel like they buy Kirkland.
Okay,
Kirkland at Costco.
My problem with writers is they're dorks on the inside as comedians, and then
Okay.
when writers, because they get a lot of money, they're like, oh, now I should dress better. What I've noticed is writers, when they get money, they go out and buy like a dress that just says Fendi 1,000 times, and it looks cheap on them, right? So it's like I know that
It's
dress
not
costs.
true to who they are.
It looks. I know it's expensive, but it looks cheap on you, and that is like I just feel like that's not the point of clothes and fashion. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like
What is the point for me?
Well, I just feel like you should do like you can make something look expensive if you do it the right way, right? Like that's why thrifting is cool because
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
just
yeah.
find something for $5.
That's what I do with my Target stuff.
You know what?
I dress it up.
Or
Like
have
this.
friends.
This looks expensive.
Okay, guess what? None of this I bought. Not
Was it
one
all gifted
thing.
to you?
Can I tell you? Yes. This, my friend, is a
Yeah, that's cool though.
I like
he's
that color
he's
a
an
lot.
artist. He's a mural artist, Tommy, and I got him a job. Someone like reached out to me and was like, hey, is there a mural artist that you know? This guy got a huge, apparently a huge bag with Toyota, and then he gifted me one of his merch. And it's a fucking cool. It's Korean.
I love that
Yeah, I
color.
love that.
I
Pants.
love a deep green.
Dude, tell me how you got these pants.
These pants. You know about
you
remember
told me
these-
about how you got them.
I am obsessed with this guy who sells pieces of clothing that he hand makes in like near Skid Row. And he lives like an artist. He quit his job in finance. He used to make a lot of money. Now he's kind of like rides a motorcycle. He's a cool ass dude, Asian dude. He was wearing these pants and I was like, hey, those are cool ass pants. And he's like, do you want them? He took them off. He hemmed them on the side for me. He
Was
made
this like
these-
out on the streets? Honey, this sounds like she just robbed this
That's what I'm
man.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
No. He's a friend
You're
of
like,
mine.
hey, I like your pants. He's like, okay, you can have them. You can have them. You can have them. It sounds like you just
Jesus.
robbed him.
He put two pieces of pants together. And
Where was this? It was in his apartment?
yeah, like I don't even remember how I met him. I
Yeah,
think
but
I
see,
met
you
him.
live, and I gotta remind you, you don't live in the same world as me and some other regular people. Like,
As Leslie.
I mean, I don't want to say Leslie lives in my world because I would like to think she's doing better than me. But like, we can't just be like. I just feel like you.
You think I- you think
can
I-
do that because you're like a mom. You can't like I can't just be like, hey, those are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just like get stuff from people for free. But you know what's so funny? This is hot girl finance. I remember when I was in college. I took this like music production class, and there was like a hot girl who like didn't know how to do something, so she like came to my dorm, and I like showed her how to do something on like Pro Tools, and then she goes, "I was like, that's a really cool keyboard." And I was like, and I did this thing. I go, do you want it? And she goes, she's like, what? Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, you can have. And I just gave her my MIDI keyboard.
Did you have a crush on her?
I did, but like,
See.
He didn't even really know. He was just
but
like,
I just thought she
but
was cute. I
hot
wasn't
and-
like pursuing her. I just thought she was cute. And there's this thing. I just feel like, yeah, I got robbed.
No, you asked her.
Don't
Take
gaslight
some
the
fucking
situation.
Credit. Yeah, give some fucking
Yeah,
credit.
you're
You fucking
changing
did it.
the literal facts of the story.
No, I'm
that you
not.
got robbed.
Yeah, but she knew
You're
what she was
not
doing.
a fucking victim,
She knew
bro.
what she was
Yeah.
doing. I'm a victim. You don't think I'm a victim?
No, you are a man.
You coming over to my dorm room telling me that my keyboard is cute? That you don't think that's gonna do something to my
It's your fault
insides?
that you're a little bitch at that moment and offered.
Cash Cuties, let me know in the comments how many things you've given away to hot girls just because they said they liked something that
I
you
bet
own.
this is a phenomenon, though.
100%, especially when you're younger and insecure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
Given something to a
No,
hot
no.
girl?
Have you ever
No.
been? No. Have you ever told a
I
guy
give
like they
things
like
to hot
something?
girls for
like
sure.
if you go up to a guy and you're like, "Oh, I like that hoodie," and they give it to you or something.
No, because I don't compliment a lot of men.
I don't
That's
like
fair.
men.
That's fair.
And that makes me sad because I think men should get more compliments.
That's what I've been saying.
I think they should.
No,
they should.
They
should.
But I also just like I feel like when people there's something about trading clothes and things like. I've had friends come over and they're like, "Hey, I like this thing," and I give it to them. Like I gave my dolls and my plushies and books. There's something for like it might be also even like a little selfish. It's like there's something like nice about giving your things away and like also trading things, like having other people's things and like wearing, like knowing that I'm repping this designer's clothes.
Right.
I'm repping my friend's outfit. This hat was a hand me down from a comedian friend. Actually, you don't want it anymore.
Which comic?
I don't want to say.
Why? I feel
Is
like
it
giving
Louis
you a hat
CK?
is not very salacious, but yeah, that's fine.
It's Louis C.K.
That's
You heard it here,
Louis
Cash
and
Cuties.
Bill Cosby. They give it to her. It was a joint
What?
gift.
Yeah, like what do you mean don't want to say? Who is it then?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Don't pressure me.
Oh,
Girls have to have
gosh.
their little secrets. She gets real hot.
Okay. We gotta wrap this up. It's been over an hour.
Oh,
but
holy shit.
that was
Okay.
so fun, man.
Yeah,
this
that
is
was chill.
I learned
love
so
that.
much. And you're not even a finance. I learned a lot about myself today.
you did? Yeah.
And
I need to learn-
I learned a lot about
learn-
protein as well. And that it's within you.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy protein at Sephora. It's within you.
Can you give a tip on how to love yourself more?
Yeah, one sentence.
Oh yeah, you didn't say how. By the way, how you got to that level at the when you realized you were. Did
She said
something
in her
happen
late
for you?
20s, she
Oh,
said.
like
No,
like,
but what happened?
oh.
Like, was it like your?
I wish it was a thing, like an incident, but I don't know if it was an incident. It just happened in my late 20s where like I felt like I stopped caring and being like self-conscious. And I made a lot of amazing friends in my late 20s who were very complimentary. They would say stuff like, "You're so funny," like whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. Like the more I just kind of let loose a little bit, and then people surround you that like you. It wasn't like a thing.
Yeah.
I remember my late 20s were hard because all my friends were making way more money than me. They were buying houses in LA. They were getting married, which is an expensive thing, having children, an expensive thing. And I was living in a studio in West LA and not making a lot of money. And I always felt very bad. Like I was making less than them. So what does that mean for me? Whatever. But then I really did play this game in my head and be like, would you trade places with any of these people? And the answer was always no, baby. I'd rather be Resri with this personality and this sass in this studio apartment. I wouldn't trade it. And then I started being like, all right, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, I love
and now I'm
that.
trying to get on that Ali Wong shit.
Hey, I'm trying to get on that Shang Wang.
Shang Wang,
level.
fly private with me, Fumi.
Hey, Leslie, thank you for coming on the podcast. Where can our listeners find you and your work? Anything you want to plug to this camera?
Let's see.
You're on tour, dude.
I have a website, leslieliao.com. So I'm going on tour. So come see a show. And then I have a show in LA, May 2.
May 2nd.
May
Hell
2nd
yeah.
for the
Other people
Netflix
say.
festival.
Yep.
So I want to sell that out. You know
You
why?
sold your first one out.
So the first one sold out.
Crazy.
Which is
Hell
good.
yeah.
What's the cap there?
It's $250.
That's amazing,
Which is
though.
doable, right?
Doable, totally
And LA is hard because it's like the same night as all these other
Right.
freaking shows, but I think it's doable. So I want to sell out so I can make money.
Hell yeah.
I got to go to
Guys.
Old Navy.
You gotta
Help
go
me.
Old Navy.
Help me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Also, Old Navy, get her a sponsorship.
You should get-
Hello.
Tag him. Tag him.
Get in a
Tag him
commercial.
in this. Can you tag him in a podcast?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
If I sell out May, okay, hear me now. If I sell out May 2, we're going to Funky.
Oh!
Wait, am I invited
We're
to
going
this?
to Funky.
The three of us.
Hell yeah,
There will be a
dude.
budget. There will be a budget. There will be a budget, but we're going to Funky, okay? Okay, but if I sell out, Mama's gonna make money
We're
to go to
going to
Funky,
Funky.
okay?
We want funky.
Please follow us on all the socials at Cash Cuties Pod. You can also find me on there at the Fumi Abe. That's TheFumiAbe.
And I'm Steffie Baik. You can find me on my Instagram, BakeGoods, BaikEdguds. My website, steffiebake.com. And also Venmo me at Steffie is made, baby.
We love hearing from you. So if you have any stories or things you want us to talk about in the podcast, we call them Cash Cuties moments. Please email us at cashcutiespodcast@gmail.com or just DM us and we'll talk about it on the podcast. Special shout out to our sound engineer, Doma Goy, video editor, Matthias, and analyst, Holly Sandler. Thank you so much for helping us. We love you guys so much. Cuties, we'll see you guys next week. And until then, spend your money wisely.
Or please don't. Go have fun.
Bye.